This broadcast is partnered by Venice AI. Have you ever thought about what an AI is doing with your chat history? Did you know that Alexa listens in to recommend products and Meta retargets us based on what we click? Most AI platforms like ChatGPT store everything you say and attach it to your identity. They even tend to share it with third parties or other unknown entities. One may ask themselves, why am I handing over my data so easily? That's when today's partners come in. Venice AI. Venice AI prioritizes privacy. It is a private, permissionless AI platform that keeps your data safe. As a creator, I personally use it to brainstorm video ideas, create thumbnails, and also use it to clean up any posts I put on social media. I'm not the best writer, so it's always good to have something to make sure what I write is understood and readable. So if you're ready to level up your experience and keep your privacy intact, you can sign up using my link, venice.ai/Alyx, to get 20% off its pro plan. So don't miss out. Level up your AI experience with Venice AI today. Ladies and gentlemen, for the final time, we got to witness John Cena versus Randy Orton inside a WWE live in St. Louis for Backlash 2025. Hello all and welcome to Alyx's World, a safe space for wrestling fans like you. I'm your host, Alyx, just Alyx, and this is my WWE Backlash 2025 full show review. Let's get right to that ending. John Cena defeats Randy Orton in the most ridiculous, yet very entertaining endings of all time. That ending had how many RKOs? 1,000. How many referee bumps? About 10,000. Probably 100,000. You had officials interfering. You had, I don't know, how many kickouts, near falls. And then you had R-Truth coming in? Come on now. Come on, that was absolutely ridiculous. But in an odd way, I enjoyed it. There was something sick about watching the crowd go from "this is awesome" to "this is bullshit" in a 30-minute span. They went from "this is awesome" to "this is bullshit." And then post-show, "thank you, Cena." I don't know if I've ever seen a crowd do that before. But I love it. I love that I saw it. Yeah, I gotta say, man, look. That was as good as you were gonna get out of John Cena and Randy Orton at this point. If y'all were expecting any kind of a 5-star classic, I'm sorry. That's one thing about John Cena and Randy Orton. They've never had a 5-star classic. But it's not about that. There are certain things that are more than just 5 stars about what happens inside the ring. It's about the story it tells and the significance of it. This was the final time Randy Orton and John Cena were ever going to wrestle each other. And when you talk about those rivalries that define WWE, this is one of them. And I'm shocked that it's never going to be something I see at a WrestleMania. Of all matches to not do at WrestleMania, although Randy and John fought Triple H in a triple threat match, so I guess it happened at WrestleMania, but not really. I don't know. I don't count that match. You might. I don't. Regardless, yeah, this is the final time. And it ended the right way, with John Cena ruining wrestling. Like, they actually told you what his run is going to be like. It's going to be a run of horrible matches. And it was booked to be deliberately a horrible match, which made it entertaining. I loved it. I thought for what it was meant to do, it was a great, but perhaps the best you were going to get out of Cena and Orton at this point. If I'm being honest with you. I've never expected these two to give me a 5-star match. I've seen all their matches. At this point, anyone expecting a 5-star match, you were deluding yourself. It didn't need to be. All I needed was for them to tell the right story. And they did. The story here is that John Cena is a monster that he himself is ashamed of. So, I think most of you missed this because I want to talk about it. Post-show, when the show went off the air and then came back, you see John Cena pause and have a look of regret and almost get teary-eyed. There's a story there. There's a story there that I want to dig into. And this might be one of my rabbit holes. I might be 100% off. But I loved it. Because clearly, what they're telling here is that John Cena regrets what he's become. It was a look of regret on his face. As if he realized the monster that he's turned into. But it's too late to turn back. He can't go back now. The damage is done. He's already 17-time champ. He already cheated to win it. He's already tainted his career at the end. It's already done. But he regrets it now. And he can't go back. He has become the monster he's tried to avoid all his life. Clinging on to whatever is left of his career. That is an excellent story to tell. And it gives you guys a glimpse into what's to come. Clearly, again, rabbit hole, we don't know what's going to happen. None of us do. I thought I knew what was going to happen tonight. For the most part, I got it right, but there were some things I got wrong. But clearly, it's looking like he will go babyface before he retires for sure. But before then, this title reign, this last title reign, needs to be with him as a heel. He's not going to go face as a champion. When he loses the belt, I can see him going back to being a babyface. But only then. It should be that way. It makes no sense whatsoever for him to go babyface as a champion. No. He went heel to become a champion. He should end his championship reign as a heel. I think it's the perfect way to end his career. If you can't call John Cena one of the greatest of all time at this point, if this doesn't do it for you, nothing will. It did it for me. I'm ready to call him one of the greatest of all time. And if you tell me he's your favorite, if you tell me he's the GOAT, I'm not going to debate you. He's earned it for me. So I'm excited to see where this goes. I'm happy he's ending it this way. I'm going to sit back and let the story be told. I'm seeing people in the live chat. I'm seeing people on social media say, this is stupid. I hate this reign. I hate the fact that he's ending it this way. You're not supposed to like it. You're not supposed to like it. He's getting legit heel heat on purpose. And it's working. That crowd went from this is awesome to this is bullshit in 30 minutes when they saw that ending. It was great. I loved it. I thought it was a great way to end what I thought overall was a great show. For the most part, this show went exactly how I thought it would go. Jacob Fatu retained, as he should. Gunther beats Pat McAfee, as he should. Dominik Mysterio retained, as he should. The only thing that caught me off guard, you might consider this a Triple H swerve, was Becky Lynch losing. And losing clean. Now, when I was talking about what would happen, I did mention the fact that Becky could lose on my Monday Night Raw review. But I added a caveat to that. I said she would lose because Bayley interfered. I wasn't ignoring the possibility that Lyra would retain. I didn't think Lyra would retain clean. And that's what happened. She beat Becky with a roll-up. She got a gotcha pin. She out-wrestled Becky, which is something they've been talking about. It played into the storyline. Lyra told Becky, I'm a better wrestler than you. And she proved it. She out-wrestled Becky, and Becky got furious. As she should have. I love that. She lost her shit, beat her up afterwards. This feud is not over. It's not over. Honestly, don't they have an event coming up in 2 weeks? Saturday night's main event? They can do the rematch there. Or they could just do it again on Monday Night Raw and have Becky win it there. I still think Becky is winning this title. I still have a feeling she's going to beat Lyra for this IC title. But I am happy that they made her look good. That's one of my biggest things when it comes to people like Lyra Valkyria. I see the potential in her. I've always thought she was a great in-ring performer, an excellent in-ring performer. But what she's lacking is character. What she's lacking is personality. What she's lacking is microphone skills. We're seeing that now. It's starting to be brought out of her with this feud, and this feud with Becky. And I think the more she works with Becky, the more she starts to understand how things work and where she is and where she fits on the totem pole. And we'll start to see a little bit more of that personality come out. I'm excited about that. I'm excited to see where we go with Becky and Lyra. Now, clearly, the end goal here is to get to Becky and Bayley. That's the ultimate feud. The question is, does it have the IC title or not? I was 100% sure before tonight it was getting the IC title. Now I'm not. Now there's a side of me that thinks maybe this never gets the IC title at all. Maybe it's just Becky and Bayley for the sake of being Becky and Bayley. The question is, who does Lyra fight? I mean, that's going to be the question regardless, because if she loses the title, what happens to Lyra then? Right? But if Lyra comes out on top in this feud and she beats Becky, hands down, who does Lyra fight after that? That's why I was thinking it would probably be best if we had Becky win the IC title, make Lyra go back to being a chaser. That way, when she wins it again, it means a lot more when she beats Becky for it. So, tell you what, we're going to see where it goes. I'm still feeling like Becky wins this IC title down the line, and we do Becky versus Bayley for the IC title. I think that feud... Okay, that feud doesn't need the IC title. I think the IC title needs that feud. If it's going to be a prestigious championship, it needs a feud to solidify it. I don't know if Becky and Lyra is going to be that feud. Bayley and Becky will be that feud. I don't know. That's just how I feel about it. Someone just said Becky versus Bayley needs the IC title. No. Becky versus Bayley does not need the IC title. The IC title needs Becky versus Bayley. That's what I'm going to say about that. This crowd was awesome, by the way. This felt like a foreign crowd, although it wasn't a foreign crowd. I think the American crowds are starting to pick up that foreign energy. Just a little bit. Not too much, though. Not too much. Yeah, I think for the most part, I've spoken my piece about the show. One more thing I do want to talk about, and that was the debut of Jeff Cobb. Jeff Cobb came in at the beginning. Great surprise. Now, I don't know how you guys feel about this, but I do want to see what they do with Jacob Fatu. That is clear, and it seems like it's really clear that they're going to turn him babyface. Because I was worried about that. I always felt like Jacob Fatu was getting way too over for them to keep him as a heel. And he's a lot more honorable than Solo Sikoa, who's clearly a slime ball. So now that they brought in Jacob Fatu, now that they brought in Jeff Cobb, that's very similar in all the best ways to Jacob Fatu. Now I think, all right, that frees Jacob Fatu up to be a babyface. That allows him to slowly inch away from the bloodline and be his own entity, which is what needs to happen. I think Jacob is far beyond the bloodline. He's clearly being set up to be a main event player. So yeah, if you want to do Jeff Cobb versus Jacob Fatu, which could eventually lead to Jacob Fatu versus Solo Sikoa, which is the ultimate feud, that will be the ultimate match for a SummerSlam, we'll see. But yeah, I thought it was a nice surprise to see Jeff Cobb. And I think he's going to be great. He's going to do great in WWE. Those of you who don't know who he is, well, if you saw Lucha Underground, this is the monster Matanza. In case you don't know who he is, this is Matanza from Lucha Underground. If you haven't seen Lucha Underground, trust me when I say this, you're in for a world of surprise. because he's amazing. And I mean that. This guy is beyond awesome. You're going to love him. Everyone's talking about Pat McAfee and his performance of a lifetime against Gunther. That is a classic old school David versus Goliath match where everyone knew that he was not going to beat Gunther. But look, it wasn't about beating Gunther. We all knew he was going to lose. The story was, how much of a fight was he going to put up against Gunther? Because in this fight, there was no way he was going to win. The idea is, how close can he get to beating Gunther? And I thought he did an excellent job. So, the match was exactly what it needed to be. Gunther dominates a majority of the match. We give some hope spots to Pat McAfee to get him over. And then, even though he lost in the end, he still got over because of heart, because of being valiant, of a valiant effort. He showed that warrior spirit. And then Gunther gave him respect at the end. That's interesting. Like,
would the eventual match between Jacob and Solo need the US title or just keep it as a singles match?
well, I mean, I would keep the belt on Jacob before he even fights Solo, so sure. Does it need it? No, but I would keep the belt on Jacob. It would make the match more interesting, that's for sure. Yeah, I didn't think the show was all that bad. I don't know why people are saying that the show was boring. I think people are saying that because we're currently in a cool down period with WWE where stories are starting over, where things are rebuilding for WrestleMania next year. And even though there are some stories continuing on from WrestleMania, we've essentially brought the momentum down, which is interesting because there wasn't a lot of momentum going into WrestleMania this year. It felt like we had that awesome heel turn at Chamber. The best event so far, the best show of the year for wrestling, period, is Chamber 2025. Elimination Chamber 2025. That is one of the best shows that they've ever done, in my personal opinion. It was better than WrestleMania, just like this show was better than WrestleMania. But, yeah, people were kind of hoping to get a little bit more out of the show. No, I didn't expect much from it. I didn't expect anything, quite frankly. I just went into the show hoping to be entertained, and yeah, I came out going, that was a great show with really good wrestling and a ridiculous ending that I know pissed people off, and Dave Meltzer's going to give it a 1-star rating. I loved it for what it was. I loved it for being the final match in the series between John Cena and Randy Orton. And I also loved what happened post-show with John Cena regretting all his choices, but realizing the damage is done. He's already the monster he hates. So, he might as well just finish it up. I love it. So, let me go ahead and move things along, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to go ahead and get into the preliminary stuff. Shout outs. Say hello to the people. Of course, the partnership was Venice AI. Please be sure you check that out. That was at the beginning of the stream. Man, screw ChatGPT. Screw DeepSeek. Get you Venice AI. That is the place you want to go. But we're going to go ahead and get things moving along so I can say hello to the people and begin the International Championship Defense Round 1. We will be crowning a new international champion because Lauren Biggs, your champness and your goatness, decided to vacate the title because she could not be here tonight. So we will be crowning a new champion. Who will take the belt? We shall see. But before we get to that, if this is the first time you're watching me, do me a solid favor. Like the video, subscribe, and click that bell to catch all my content when it comes out. Wow, you're at it. Help expand the brand by doing the following things. Join the membership. Click that join button and get the opportunity to request a video of your choosing, whether it's a live reaction, a hot topic, or a review, past, present, or future. Also, don't forget to give thanks. Hit that super thanks if you would like to donate after the fact. You can. Also, like me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter, just Alyx Central. Give me a follow on Instagram. Give me a follow on Spotify. Give me a follow on Cameo. Give me a follow on Threads. Follow us on Discord. Follow me on Blue Sky, where the skies are clearer. And give me a follow on TikTok, for I am the tickest, the talkest. Donate using PayPal, Patreon, Cash App, Venmo. And yes, Super Chats are officially on. You can donate at any point in time during the broadcast. To get your thoughts played live on the air, email me at justalyxsworld@gmail.com for business inquiries, just to say hi. And please get yourself a t-shirt today at Pro Wrestling Tees and Teespring. Are you a Just Alyx guy? Then join the club. Get you an I'm a Just Alyx guy t-shirt. Hot off the press. I'll get you an old school Deluxe Man t-shirt. Get you a new school Alyx's World t-shirt. And many, many more t-shirt designs coming your way. So stay tuned, join the cause, expand the brand today, right here in Alyx's World. I want to thank the lovely people for joining me for this live stream. You could be anywhere, but you chose me to review WWE Backlash 2025. So as always, please show your love to the Mod Squad, Ultra, Shine 97 5 Star Heart, Elias Ademi, New Japan Pro Wrestling Go, Cleo does everything. Highway Dylan, a danger, Teflon Don, the Mod Father, who's also here in the building, Zeno, Enigma, and of course Big MGM, because they help keep the safe space. They help keep this a safe space for wrestling fans like you and like us. Please be sure you like the video. The more you like the video, the more opportunities I will be given to be recommended here on YouTube. So help boost that algorithm by hitting that like button. All right, we're going to begin round 1 of the International Super Chat Championship. Now, just so we're clear, just because this is the quote-unquote secondary belt doesn't mean them sharks aren't going to come out. Let's see who will come out as the new champ. I did see we had 2 other donations before the stream started from Buck's Basement, who donated $2, and JB Snackin', also $2. And then Dayton, we just saw him, $5. So that's 2, 2, and then 5. Let's see what the rest of the Super Chats have in store for us. Let me go ahead and play them. Here we go.
It is return of the Mac. Come on, return of the Mac. Oh my God, you know that I'll be back. Here I go.
Loved seeing the monster Matanza Cueto in WWE. Now the LU fan in me wants Dario. Also thank you R-Truth.
Man, look, don't bring up Dario. Now you're taking it all the way back. Dario Cueto, man. Ring the bell! Isn't he doing MLW? Is he over there? I don't know what he's involved in now, but I think he was in MLW for a little bit. Unless that's
I was at the show, thought the crowd was excellent and the matches over-delivered. By the way, does anyone have an official count on how many RKOs got hit? Tears of joy.
Man, look here. I said about 1,000. It was too many. JB Snacking is now at $7. Well, technically it's $6.98. I rounded it up to $7. You're welcome, JB Snacking. Yeah, he had like a good 1,000 RKOs. I lost count. Someone else can give you an actual number.
It was kinda hard to notice, but when the crowd was chanting "Thank you, Cena," he got slightly emotional but was doing his best to stay in character.
I think that was him also playing character. I think he's showing a moment of regret and realizing the monster that he's become. But you're probably right. He probably almost broke. $9.98, so $10. Dayton Romel taking the lead with $10. And I think that's going to do it for now until y'all, of course, send me more. We got plenty of time to send in your Super Chats. Apparently, Dario Cueto is indeed still in MLW. That's awesome. That's awesome. So the amount to beat right now is Dayton Romel's $9.98, so $10. The amount to beat right now is $10. If you want to win the Super Chat Championship, let me go ahead and get these shout outs in while I'm here. Again, thank you all for making me a part of your day. I see Noel. Right up the top, I see Noel. YouTube member, Ben James. Good to have you here. You already heard this name before, but I'll say it again. Maybe snacking.
Is this the third time Backlash was better than Mania? Mania's 15, 16, and 41 in particular?
Yeah, probably. Kenneth Tefe. Man, hold up. Backlash France. Nah, actually WrestleMania was better than that. Although that Backlash was absolutely fantastic. Yeah, I think you're right. You're accurate. I'll go with that. Because I was going to say last year's was better than WrestleMania. No, it wasn't. Kenneth Tefe with $5. Again, the amount to beat right now is $10 by Dayton Romel. We'll see where this one ends up going. Uh-oh. Never mind. Just like that, he just took the lead.
Coming for that belt, Alyx. Who is y'all's early prediction for winning Money in the Bank?
Oh, that's a good question. Yeah, what do y'all think about that? Who y'all want to win Money in the Bank for both the men and the women? So JB Snacking, I think that puts you at $12. I'm not going to do the whole $11.97. I'm not doing that. You're at $12, JB Snacking. Okay? He's at $12. The amount to be is now $12. Oh.
Former international Super Chat champ is here. I'm not competing it. I'm saving it for anime convention next weekend. I'm wearing as Cena on Sunday.
You're going as Cena? Awesome. Yeah, bruh. Enjoy yourself. You probably need to save up for the other Super Chat Championship anyways, which is 3 Diglets. And that is happening in June. I think Ron Wells said, nah. I've moved up to the big leagues now. So the amount to beat is still $12. Let me go ahead and continue with the shout-outs. Micah does it. JJ, who let the dogs out? Who let the dogs out? JJ Bulldog is in the building. I also see Paid Enthusiasts. I see Joseph Winters. I see Taryn Jones. Taryn Jones says there was a rumor that Goldberg was going to show up and cost Gunther the match, which would have set up Goldberg versus Gunther. Thank the Lord that didn't happen. That would have pissed me off. Let's not do that. Let's not do that, please. Joseph Winter says he wants Roxanne to win Mrs. Money in the Bank. Wow. Okay. Darnell Eidelberg? Did I say that right? Darnell Eidelberg. Can someone super chat him about R-Truth? What about R-Truth? What about him? I already talked about him, though. You know, I'm going to go into more detail about it in the main event. Zion Smith, Adam Ritter, former Super Chat champ, Debit Money, Debit Money Adams. I wonder if Debit Money Adams wants to take this belt, be a Grand Slam champ, be able to say he held both belts. Something only one person has been able to say, and that's 3 Diglets. But Mr. Debit Money Adams, curious to know if you will definitely be involved here. Oh, R-Truth got attacked? Really? I did not see that. Okay. Well, let me go ahead and look that up really quickly while I have y'all here, and I'll do some more shout outs while I look it up. Devon Standifer, good to have you here, sir. Daquan is Savage. Joe Arredondo. Otaku.
Based on what Cena did to R-Truth on the post, they should run back the WWE title match. 13-year rematch in the making.
I think that's going to be the match at, oh, here it is. Yep, he sure the hell did just put him through a table. Yep. Wow. He put him through a table at the press conference. Well, I guess that's the match at Saturday Night's main event, right? By the way, Dayton, you just took the lead with $15. I'm not doing the whole, what is this? He did 3 of the $4.99, so that's $14.97. I'm not doing that. So $15, that's the amount to beat. Dayton's in the lead. But we also have Drew Usher here, so I'm pretty sure Drew Usher is just taking his time, biding his time to see when he wants to drop in. Yeah, I found it. So I guess we'll talk about that first. And we're going to definitely see... Oh.
Coming to cash in.
There it is. Ladies and gentlemen, Drew Usher dropping the big 20. Looking to take this Super Chat, it's a Super Chat championship. I'm almost certain that he's going to be quite the force to reckon with. So, I think that is a good place to end round 1. Now, we're not done yet. We will come back to this at the end of the stream. And we will be battling it out to see who walks away your Super Chat champ. So keep donating. Keep bringing it in. This is not over yet. We got a whole stream of Super Chats to get to. So we're going to go ahead and move things along. Thank you all so much. If I don't say your name, please don't be offended. It's not because I hate you. I also have a lot to get to myself. I do want to go ahead and get to this breaking news, apparently, of John Cena attacking R-Truth post-show. I just saw it. It's just a clip. And by the way, this was sent to me by one of my mods. I appreciate that. Who was it, by the way? It was Zach. Zach is, Khalil does everything. Sorry. Khalil does everything. Everything. Appreciate that. Yeah, it's just Cena giving R-Truth the F you. I'm not calling it the Attitude Adjustment. I hate that name. In case you guys haven't figured that out yet. Sorry. I hate it. You can hate me for it, but I hate the name. And so this is what it is. You'll be okay. Yeah, I'm thinking prediction that this is going to be the Saturday Night's main event match. I think it's appropriate, honestly. It is, don't you think? When was the last time R-Truth fought John Cena? Was it Capital Punishment? I think it was Capital Punishment, right? 2011. Oh my goodness. 14 years ago. 14 years ago. God, I've been watching wrestling too long. Sorry, I just felt my age there for a minute. And I hope y'all didn't either. My bad if I made you feel your age. I didn't intend to do that. But, yeah. We need this match. Plus, it's 2 weeks away. You don't have a lot of time to really build up any other opponent. And we're saving CM Punk for SummerSlam. I did see that CM Punk teased a match with John Cena on his Instagram. So, I'm excited about that. I'm excited about that to come. But, what y'all think? How we feeling about R-Truth getting attitude adjustment through the table and setting up a match between him and Cena at the next pay-per-view? I'm pretty sure y'all would all be for that. All right, I guess we'll leave that at that, and then we'll go ahead and just get to this review. WWE Backlash 2025 live in St. Louis. Now, if I'm not mistaken, this crowd was probably their biggest crowd so far to take place at St. Louis. I think they did around 17,000 in-house. 17,000. And you know WWE is going to tout it out as the biggest house, the biggest gate they've had in St. Louis. And look, let them, bro. I ain't even tripping about that. That's funny that they keep touting that out. But, yeah, I mean, couldn't hurt. Couldn't hurt nobody. Now, I think when it comes to the opener here, I'm just going to get right into it. The United States Championship match involving L.A. Knight. Yeah. Of course, Drew McIntyre, Damian Priest, and your champ. All gas, no brakes with it. Yeah, I mean, Jacob Fatu. First off, great match. Fast paced, by the way. You didn't get a chance to breathe. From the moment the bell rung, it was wall-to-wall action. Drew McIntyre and Damian Priest eliminated themselves, which is going to continue their feud. Looking forward to seeing what they do throughout the summer and where that's going to go. But it came down to LA Knight, Jacob Fatu, and then we saw the appearance of Jeff Cobb. Now, again, if you haven't seen Lucha Underground or don't watch New Japan Pro Wrestling, you probably have no idea who the hell Jeff Cobb is. So, let's just get this out the way right now. He's not Samoan, but he is Samoan-like. He's an islander. I think he's Hawaiian, if I'm not mistaken. Some type of an islander. Although Tama Tonga and Tongaloa aren't Samoans either. They're Samoan-like. Samoan-esque, if you will. Jacob Fatu is an excellent athlete. Do not let his size fool you. This man can do it all. The complete package. And if I'm not mistaken, he's also a collegiate athlete. So, here's the thing. Jacob Fatu is in his 40s. I think, not Jacob Fatu. Jeff Cobb. See, now I'm going to get those two mixed up because they're both J's. Jeff Cobb is in his 40s. Jacob Fatu is, I think, early 30s, late 20s. But yeah, Jeff Cobb is, 42, 41? He's just in to make some money and then call it a day. He's not here to win any championships. He's just here to get paid. So, I do expect to see him used to put people over. The Braun Strowman role is not going to go to Jeff Cobb, and I think he'll do a great job with that. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with coming in to be the, dare I say, the enhancement talent person. Right? Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. Jesus Christ, that donation by JB Snackin'. Massive donation. We'll get to that in just a second. Let me get to the let me get through this part of the show first. But yeah, I'm excited. So I talked about this a little bit at the beginning. Clearly, Triple H wants to move Jacob Fatu away from the bloodline because he's realizing and he sees he's way too over. He's way too popular. The crowd's not going to boo him. They're not going to boo him. He's too good on the mic. He's too good inside the ring. And as much as they want him to get booed, they want to make him like the new evil head. Because you can tell, like, the idea was to get a bunch of thugs, right? A bunch of thugs that just come in and wreck the bloodline. And Jacob's going to be that dude that runs it. What they didn't expect was that Jacob would get over as a babyface. And see, Triple H is not Vince McMahon. Vince McMahon would have pushed him as a heel anyways. That's not Triple H. If you want to cheer him, cool. You can cheer him, but you're going to be a babyface. So I can see now the plan is to move him away from the bloodline, put Solo back in charge, and have Jeff Cobb be his muscle, be his heavy, be his background. And then bring in Tongaloa and Tama Tonga, bring them back. And then I would then add in Hikuleo. So then it's a whole new group of bloodline Samoans. now taking on Jacob Fatu. And then maybe Roman Reigns if you want to bring him back. I don't know. I think we should move on from Roman versus the Bloodline. I think this should be Jacob Fatu and whoever the hell's going on here. Whatever the hell's going on here. Maybe bring in some other people to help represent Jacob Fatu. Yeah, I don't know. I think whatever they do, it's going to involve Jacob Fatu as a babyface. I'm perfectly fine with that. Just tell good stories. We're going to get to Solo versus Jacob at SummerSlam, which will probably be for the United States Championship. But we'll see how they get there. I haven't been all that on the mark so far with Triple H's booking. So he could swerve us. And we'll see where that one takes us. All right, so we're going to pause for a minute to see this crazy donation from JB Snackin'. Oh, am I going to have to read that? All right. It says, I'm here to ruin Superchat Wrestling.
I'm here to ruin Superchat Wrestling. I will be the last real champ. I will make the International Superchat Championship more relevant than all these marks in the chat. Don't try me unless you want to go into debt. Official RKO count is 12, by the way.
Thank you. 12 RKOs. Jesus Christ. Thanks for that. That puts JB Snackin' at $62. I'm not doing the $61.96. All right, $62. JB Snackin' takes the lead with a massive donation, $50. $62. That is the amount to beat. So let's see who can top that. If anyone's gonna try to top it. Otherwise, I think JB Snackin' might have actually just taken it. But we do have Drew, Usher here, and other people who have been competing for this title. I told y'all. Just because it's the secondary belt, don't just sit there and act like that this is going to be an easy win. It is competitive. Them sharks in these waters. So give me your thoughts about the first match. Next match, let's talk about Becky Lynch versus our girl, your girl, if I'm being honest, Lyra Valkyria, the women's IC champ. Right off the bat, this match was awesome. Match of the night for me. They went in there, they tore it up, and people keep telling me Becky can't wrestle. And every time I show them matches like this. I show them the match she had with Bianca Belair, WrestleMania 38. I show them all kinds of matches that come to mind. The match she had with Charlotte Flair, last women standing at Evolution 2018. You're a liar if you're telling me Becky Lynch can't have a great match. She had a classic Hell in a Cell match with Sasha Banks 2019. That match was fantastic. Might be the best women's Hell in a Cell match they've done. Don't sit there and tell me Becky can't wrestle. You're lying to yourself. And she proved it again tonight. Her and Lyra tore it up. This match was excellent, top to bottom. And it made Lyra look strong too. And the story is, Becky got frustrated throughout because she went in cocky. She went in saying, I'm the best, I'm the man, I'm the GOAT. And as the match went along, I went in thinking she was going to win. I went in thinking Becky was going to win this title. It was a foregone conclusion. And just like Becky, I was like, I don't know now. I don't know. Lyra's looking really, really strong. And Becky was getting frustrated. She's like, this bitch. God damn it. I hit her with how many manhandle slams and she still won't die? And then at the end, Becky got out wrestled. No interference from Bayley. No shenanigans. Becky was out wrestled by Lyra. She beat her with a roll-up pin. 1, 2, 3. Clean inside the ring. I know. Becky lost clean to Lyra Valkyria. They are serious about Lyra. They are super serious about her. More than I thought. Afterwards, Becky does snap and beat the living piss out of Lyra. So this feud will continue. Clearly. There will be another match for the IC title, probably at Saturday Night's main event. And that will be where she wins the belt. See, I don't even know. I don't even know anymore. I could be dead fucking wrong. I could be so off base with that prediction, but we'll see. Look, if I'm not mistaken, the very next Saturday after Saturday night's main event is Money in the Bank, right? Yep, it's gonna be back to back. So Saturday night's main event. No, it's not. Wait. 2 weeks. It's 2 weeks after Saturday night's main event because it's on June 7th. Never mind. I lied. So it is coming right afterwards, though. So 2 weeks after Saturday night's main event is Money in the Bank. So they could give Becky the belt at any point in time, within that time or at those shows. I'm not worried about it. I'm not tripping about it. I'm actually really happy. I'm really happy that they decided to go ahead and give Lyra this clean win. Why would you not? You have an opportunity to establish her. You want her to feel legit. Why not have her get the lucky pin? The lucky pin over Becky Lynch. You caught Becky Lynch off guard. I thought this was great. An awesome match all around. Now people are upset that it was a roll-up pin. Well, I think that works here. Because again, Lyra out-wrestled Becky. She caught her off guard. And Lyra told Becky in a promo that she did an excellent job doing, what was it, a week ago or 2 weeks ago? She told Becky, hey, I'm a better wrestler than you. Well, she out-wrestled her. The story is right there. She out-wrestled Becky. So the next time they have a match, it might not be a wrestling match. It might be a no stipulation match. And Becky might win that match. So, we'll see. We'll see where they go with that. But yeah, I enjoyed that. That was definitely match of the night for me. Definitely match of the night. Penta versus Dominik Mysterio for the IC title. So, here's what I like about this match. This was a great match. Great match all around. You can tell Dominik Mysterio is starting to actually wrestle a little bit. You notice that he's been deliberately pulling back on the wrestling. He's been leaning into the heel tactics. He's been basically getting his ass kicked, allowing the baby faces to get heat off of him. And that's great. That's been a great thing to see. But now that he's champ, he has to actually wrestle. And we're starting to see him pull out some stuff that we forgot he could do. Guys, Dominik Mysterio has always been a good wrestler. Might even say great wrestler. But he's now understanding the game. He's a heel now. And he's going to do things that's going to make people hate him. That's why he's not wrestling as much. That's why he's not doing all these crazy moves that we know he can do. But we know he can pull it out anytime. And we saw it in this match. He did a suicide dive into a DDT. That shit was clean. And he's over here doing 619s and dives to the outside like it's nothing. Reminding us, oh wait, he can wrestle. But it's not about just wrestling. I did like that he used the Oblivion. He used Liv Morgan's finisher in this match because he misses Liv. He misses Liv. That was great. Of course, you had the same old shenanigans from the Judgment Day. And you had Finn Balor almost screw it up. Finn Balor almost messed it up for Dominik Mysterio. But despite all that, Dom still retained. He still managed to beat Penta despite some craziness happening. But I like that. I like that Finn is becoming the fuck up of the group. But he feels like he's the leader. And Dom is getting all the shine because he's the champ. And there's going to be jealousy. And then next thing you know, they kick Finn Balor out of the group. And then Dom takes over and he's a super heel. And that might turn Finn Balor babyface. I'm not too sure what they're going to do there. But I think the direction is to turn Finn Balor babyface. How y'all feel about that, though? Because is there really much we can do with Finn as a babyface? The only reason why I'm interested in it is we haven't seen Finn Balor as a face under Triple H. You know what I mean? We'll see. We'll see. I'm going to go ahead and move things along because I'm still waiting on them to get to the point with Dom and Finn and this Judgment Day thing. I'm not saying that this is a bad story. I'm just ready for it to be done. You get me? I'm ready for them to be done with Dominik Mysterio and Finn Balor and Judgment Day. So we can move on to other stuff. Like, Judgment Day has run its course, like, really, really badly. Mark by Wrestling has joined in. He says, hey, Alex, just dropped in to show the channel some love and comment on the fact that Cena attacked R-Truth. We did talk about that. We talked about that earlier. Someone showed me the post-show press conference. He said, way to go, guys. You wasted the one thing left that would make Cena get booed in front of a crowd. They didn't show it on Raw. And he is getting booed. The fans, here's the thing. So, the fans have respect for John Cena enough to know, all right, he clearly wants us to boo him, so we'll boo him, but we'll do it out of respect. You know what I mean? It's like Dominik Mysterio. Dominik Mysterio got a monster pop. He got the babyface pop at WrestleMania when he won the IC title. But we know he did it as a heel. So, he won the IC title, but then when it was time for him to go back to work, they booed him. Although they didn't boo him tonight. They actually cheered him. They cheered him against Penta. And also, I gotta talk about the fact that Penta was screwed by El Grande Americano, who is not Chad Gable. Repeat after me. El Grande Americano is not Chad Gable. Although both of them are way up here. Oddly enough, at the same level. That doesn't mean anything. Okay? El Grande Americano goes, gracias! And then Chad Gable goes, thank you! See the difference? There's a clear difference. Numbnuts. Slap nuts. You made me quote Jeff Jarrett. Anyways, let's get back to it. Let's talk about Gunther. Excuse me. Gunther! Nah, 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 nah. Gunther taking on Pat McAfee. So, this match was exactly what it needed to be. Pat McAfee and Gunther, to me personally, was the very definition of a classic David versus Goliath match. That's all it was ever going to be. Anyone expecting anything different, I hate to disappoint you. I don't know why anyone would have thought Pat McAfee was going to win unless there was going to be a Goldberg interference. If Goldberg came in, speared Gunther, and led to a match between Gunther and Goldberg, which is on the docket for SummerSlam, by the way, spoiler alert, that is coming. And it's happening this year, and that will be Goldberg's final match. So, Goldberg versus Gunther will be a hell of a SummerSlam match, by the way. That would have been the only way Pat McAfee won this. But the way the match went was exactly how it should have gone. There was no way Pat McAfee was going to beat Gunther. And that's how it should be. The story here is how close, how much fight could Pat McAfee survive? Can he walk out on his own 2 feet? That's the story we're telling here. That's the story we're telling here. So, we'll see what happens after this. But I did like the fact that Michael Cole got involved. He was completely biased throughout, supporting his friend, tried to help him out, hold down Gunther's foot to get Pat McAfee the cheap victory. But nope. Sorry. Not gonna happen. Gunther kicked out of that. And then he choked Pat McAfee out. He passed out. He didn't tap out. He passed out. So, at the end of the day, Pat got over in defeat. This is a classic example of how you get over in defeat and still keep Gunther strong. And Gunther showed him respect afterwards, which is interesting, which I like. So, we're going to go on to Gunther versus Goldberg. I have no idea what Pat McAfee's going to do. We'll see after this. Oh, Lord. We got another massive donation, this time by Drew Usher. We're going to go ahead and play this. And then I'm gonna check out something from my friend Elias, who told me to look at something he sent me in the mod chat.
Eyebrow raised low. Oh.
Drew Usher just took the lead back with $70. A $50 super chat puts him at $70. That is $8 more than JB snacking. So, I told y'all, it's gonna get crazy. It's gonna get crazy with these donations. So I hope you guys are ready for it. So, we're gonna see how the rest of this goes. We're gonna get back to these at the end of the stream. All right, so this was shown to me by Elias. Pat McAfee decided to post a picture of himself post-match, and yeah, he's messed up. He got messed up. Jesus Christ Almighty, Lord, have all mercy. All the pale of his white skin got turned red. He ain't pale no more. That boy is lighting up like a Christmas tree. He is lighting up like a Christmas tree. That's insane. Hey, again, respect to Pat McAfee for taking that beating. He took it like a champ. And that should be respected. Alright, main event, let's get to it. What everyone is here to talk about. Of course, John Cena. For the last time wrestling in St. Louis. Your WWE champ taking on the hometown hero, Randy Orton. Now, I'm going to just say this right now. If you expected this match to be a 5-star classic, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to explain to you. You wasn't going to get that. I'm sorry. You wasn't going to get what you thought you was going to get. I know you all wanted this to be that match. You wanted this to be the classic that they could not have, that they did not have. The final match, the final chapter was going to be the 5-star match that these two were going to create new wrestlers from. Be remembered for generations to come. No, nah. They're both in their 40s. John Cena is past his prime. And when they were in their primes, the best you could have gotten was a B. A good match. You wasn't going to get anything more than a B. And that's what you got tonight. It was literally a nostalgia trip. They did everything from rehashing all their counters to all their spots to Randy Orton doing an FU. I'm not calling it an AA. An FU through a table. To him teasing the punt kick. To John Cena. Sorry, it was just ridiculous seeing all the shenanigans that took place. Okay, where do I even begin with the shenanigans? There were so many referee bumps in this match. I counted at least a good 5. I feel like there was more. I'm pretty sure there were more. Like 6 or 7. Not as many as RKOs. So like 12. If I'm not mistaken, that's the official number. 12 RKOs. 12! 4 of those were done on officials. One of them being Nick Aldis. Right? Was it 4 or 5? 4 or 5 were done on officials. The other 8 or 7 were done on John Cena. Oh my lord. Now, 2 of those RKOs were amazing counters. One to the FU. And one to the flying shoulder attack. That was great, too. And these are all callbacks. All callbacks to their matches they've had in the past, which I like. So, I love this. I thoroughly enjoyed it. But let's get to the ending, though. So, the referee gets knocked out. And then another one comes out. He gets knocked out. And then they start getting tables. And then they start going outside the ring. The officials hit the ring, right? Nick Aldis gets inside the ring. Randy Orton's like, what the fuck are you doing here? And immediately RKOs him and then RKOs other officials. So we're going to get to Randy Orton and Nick Aldis probably for SummerSlam, if I'm not mistaken. Now, it's Randy Orton and John Cena inside the ring. Randy Orton is backing up for the punt kick. There's nobody around. So you already know this is it. They're about to whoop that candy ass. And then guess what happens? R-Truth runs in. R-Truth gets in the way and says, not my hero. Not Cena. Just gets in the way and blocks him. I already knew how this was going to end the moment I saw that. As you would imagine, R-Truth eats an RKO. John Cena gets up behind him. Boom! Low blow. Crowd, who at first was chanting, this is awesome, started chanting, this is bullshit. They went from this is awesome to this is bullshit in a span of 30 minutes. It's incredible. And then John Cena hits him with the championship and pins him 1, 2, 3. That was absolutely ridiculous. The shenanigans took it to a whole new level. Look, you was never going to get a 5-star classic. I'm sorry. You was never going to get a 5-star classic from John Cena and Randy Orton. What you got was the best you was going to get. That was as good as it was going to get, period. But, you know what? In a sick way, it felt appropriate. The story here is that John Cena is trying to ruin wrestling. And so his matches are deliberately being booked horrible. Like, that was all booked to be a bad match. The shenanigans of it from beginning to end. Maybe some of that was also just them being old. But you can just tell by the structure of the match, this was meant to be a crash course. Just outright, I don't want to say it, but fuck it, shit fest. Shit hit the fan. I couldn't find a better word for it. But you know what? It felt appropriate. It felt appropriate for what John Cena is doing. The whole story is he's going to cheat. He's going to do whatever he can to be the last real champion and ruin his career. And I love that post-show. We're getting into the post-show. He beats Randy Orton. He ends by saying, I'm here for competition. Get a good look at the last real champion. Show goes off the air. Then the show comes back on, and you see John Cena have a face of regret. And the camera closes in on it. And you can see John Cena regretting his decision. You can see him going, what have I done? What have I become? It's like he's a totally different person off screen than he is on screen. And I love that. Again, some people are going to tell me that this was a shoot. This was John Cena showing real emotion. He wasn't playing a character. I don't know. I think he was playing a character. I think this is John Cena realizing that he's become a monster and it's too late to turn back. He can't go back now. His career is tainted. The damage is done. He wanted to cling on to whatever was left of his career. A career that was clearly winding down. He wasn't winning matches. He was losing everything. And he saw the light at the end of the tunnel. He couldn't let it go. He couldn't let it go. And so he chose to become the one thing he hated. And now he hates himself for it. I think that is an excellent story to tell. So when they do turn him back to being a babyface, it'll be because he lost the title. And it will be one of those things where it's like, someone pull the trigger and end this. End this so I can go away. I love it. I think it's a great story to tell. I think it's a great way for him to go out. And if John Cena is not in your greatest of all time by this point, he never will be. He never will be. So, yeah. I enjoyed it. I thoroughly enjoyed all of this. I thought it was a great show. I thought the stories were told very well. And even though people were saying that the show was boring because it was not a big splash, again, need I remind you, WWE cools down during this time. so they can build up new stories. So we won't see any big splashes until we get to maybe SummerSlam and maybe a little bit further getting into WrestleMania. Hopefully. But yeah, I thought the show was great. I thought it was better than WrestleMania. Not as good as Elimination Chamber. The best show of the year so far is Chamber. WrestleMania was good, not great overall. Night 2 was better than Night 1, but overall it was just a good WrestleMania. Some might even say decent. This was a great show, and it's building on things to come. Looking forward to seeing R-Truth and John Cena at Saturday night's main event. I did see R-Truth got FU through a table during the press conference, so that's gonna lead to something. Yeah, let's see how it turns out. So, give me your thoughts, give me your scores, give me your grades. Let me go ahead and see if we can crown ourselves our new Super Chat champion. I believe the person in the lead right now is Drew Usher with $70. And he just went up to $72. Yeah, that guy. $72. Now, right behind him, if I'm not mistaken, is JB Snackin'. JB Snackin' with a whopping $62. So $62, JB Snackin' in second place. First place is $72. Who takes it? We're going to find out. So while we wait to wind this down, and let's see who else is going to donate.
R-Truth is better execution than Travis Scott.
Yeah, I thought overall what they did to protect Cena made a lot more sense than what they did at WrestleMania. Again, The Rock should have showed up there. He really should have showed up there. Yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed it. I got no complaints whatsoever. Darnell Eidelberg gives it an 8 out of 10. JJ Bulldog gives it an 8 out of 10. Jari Dunlop gives it a 9 out of 10. Ladies and gentlemen, before we continue, please stop and show your love to the best reaction channel here in the YouTube space. Say hello to A&B Combos Wrestling Edition. A&B Combo says, Mania was an alright to disappointment. Backlash is not a big PLE, and the way things shook out is the way we basically expected it to go. With that, Backlash delivered and is a 9 from us. Oh, across the board. Okay, A&B Combos gives it a 9. Love it, respect it. Dylan Danger gives it a 9 out of 10. Trey Lucado gives it a 7.20. Oh, Jesus Christ, 7.25 out of 10. Just 7, or round it up to an 8. Stop that. Devon Standifer 8 out of 10. Shadow Star 9 out of 10. All right. And by the way, I just see him come in, so let's give him some love. Ladies and gentlemen, you best believe that when the champ walks in, you best show your love. And guess what? The champ is here. The kiss Dylan, Willin, Dylan, son of a gun. Kiss the girls, make them cry. Woo! Shut up, fat boy. 3 Diglets is in the building. Good to have you here, sir. For the record, oh, by the way, he gives it a 4 out of 10. Who won the Super Chat title over at A&B Convo Land? Because I know the world title was on the line. Did 3 Kings take it? Or did 3 Diglets say, nah? That title is mine. Alright, I'm going to read some more comments. Okay, so, JB Snackin'. Are you going to donate, or do you want to go ahead and let Drew Usher take it? I'm going to give JB Snackin'... we can go 10 minutes. I got a lot of comments I want to read. So...
Shout out to you, Alyx.
Super Chat champ, 3 Diglets. Thank you for the $100 donation. By the way, just so we're clear, Three Diglets is not competing. He is not competing for the International Championship. He's already a champ. So, he can donate all he wants, but I'm not counting his. I'm only going to count the people who are competing for this. So, don't worry before y'all like, oh my god, I can't beat that. No, it's fine. Three Diglets is not competing. The champ is just donating to show love. But yeah, did he take the title? Oh, he did take it. Look at you, Three Diglets. So Three Kings came up short again. Why you do that to him, Three Diglets? Why y'all do that to Three Kings? But yes, we're gonna see if we can crown a new champ. No offense, Three Diglets. Now, if you want to take the belt from Three Diglets, he will be defending his belt at Money in the Bank. That is June 7th. So that will be the time to compete against him. But I'm going to tell you right now, if you come for the king, you best not miss. Because Three Diglets is the king for a reason. Now, let's get back to the live chat here. I want to read your comments of what we've been talking about as I wait to see who walks out here. How many more minutes do we got? Probably about 7 more minutes. 7 more minutes, and then we'll see. So JB Snackins at $62, and of course, our dude Drew Usher is at $72. Let's see what JB Snackin wants to do. Someone said 3 to 5 ref bumps. I feel like it's around 5 or 6. There were a lot of ref bumps in that main event. R-Truth for World Championship. Hey, big money match. R-Truth versus John Cena. JJ Bulldog. The low blows and the shot from the title makes it up for John Cena's heel run so far. Yeah, like, he doesn't win with the AAFU anymore. You notice that, right? Anyone else notice that he's not winning with the AA or the FU? He's winning with title shots and low blows, with shenanigans. Because he can't do it no more. He can't win clean with his finishers. He has to cheat. That's the story being told. Let me see here. Game Shock. R-Truth by July needs to stop defending Cena if we push Cena too far. Have R-Truth assault Cena for taking it too far, for saying, John Cena, you're no longer my hero. Set up Cena versus Truth at SummerSlam. Hey, look. We can do that. Or not. I think we're going to do it at Saturday Night's main event. Did Lauren Biggs vacate the title? Yes, she did. She will not be appearing. She told me that she is going to take the day off. And so, whoever wins this belt, whoever donates the most in this stream will end up winning the belt. And currently, it's Drew Usher, not Three Diglets. If you're coming in, you're seeing the $100. Three Diglets is the world champ. He's just donating just to donate. Otherwise, he would just win all the belts. Just saying. Alright, what else we got? Speaking of June, WWE did announce Night of Champions. Really? When is that? Is that in September? Did they announce Evolution yet? Because that is also coming up. Evolution is coming up in July. They haven't made that official. Let me actually look that up. Yeah, I just saw. I just saw that photo of Pat McAfee again. Took me for a loop. Took me for a freaking loop. That's for sure. Sorry, it's just John Cena over here FUing people through tables backstage. So I don't see JB snacking here. So I'm just gonna assume this means that we're gonna go ahead and set up Drew Usher as the new champ. So tell you what, on the off chance that we don't wait, it says here that Night of Champions is happening on the 28th. Why are they happening so close together? Why are we cramming in so many pay-per-views? Is it in Saudi? God damn it. It's in Saudi Arabia. That makes sense. There it is.
Last, real, champ. How does second place feel? Good night, Mr. Usher. Enjoy Death Smile with horns.
JB snacking with a $20. That puts him at 82. I'm gonna say $82. So now $10 again separates them. $82. Drew Usher is now at 72. We're gonna keep going. We're gonna keep going. Yeah, Night of Champions is definitely gonna be held in Saudi Arabia. We'll definitely see where that's gonna be. That's such a weird place to have it. But I guess they had to push it to June because of Saturday night's main event. So, oh god, that's a lot, bro. It's a lot to keep up with. So I don't expect much to happen there, but there's a lot of shows happening. When you think about Saturday night's main event, and then Money in the Bank, and then like weeks after that is Night of Champions in Saudi Arabia, and then after that's going to be Evolution, and then it's going to be SummerSlam, which is 2 nights, by the way. That's a lot. That is a lot. All right, so now that JB Snacking has donated, let's see. I don't want to wait too long. Drew Usher, do you concede? Or do you want to donate? Because I know Drew Usher is here. I'm going to give Drew Usher... I'm going to give him about 5 minutes. Give him about 5 minutes to decide what he wants to do. Because I know he's here. But what was I going to ask? Well, I'll ask both of you. Drew Usher, JB Snacking. If one of you wins, let's just say one of you wins, where do you want to defend your belt next? Do you want to defend your belt at what's coming up? We got Saturday night's main event in 2 weeks. Do you want to do it at Money in the Bank with 3 Diglets, where second place wins the international title? Do you want to do it at Saudi Arabia? Do you want to do it at Evolution? Do you want to do it at SummerSlam? And if you do, so.
I see.
Drew Usher jumps ahead. $92. Again, $10 difference. It's been a $10 difference all night between these two. $92, $82. We can keep going. Listen, y'all want to keep going the $10 difference. I'll be up here all night just reading comments. $102. $20 difference. Never mind. Drew Usher widens the lead with $102 to $82. JB Snacking, my friend. This, my friends, is how it looks like when you are in a Shark Tank. This is, my friends, what it's all about. Awesome, awesome stuff from the people involved. Drew Usher takes the lead with $102. JB Snacking, where we at, my friend? Where are you at? Do you concede? Or is this actually going to go all night long? Because I'll be up here all night. I don't care. I got other comments to read as well. Let me see here. So I guess I'm going to wait another 5 minutes until we decide. But yeah, real talk. Drew Usher, JB Snacking, if you win, when would you like to defend your bout? Do you want to do it at Saturday night's main event in 2 weeks? Do you want to do it at Money in the Bank? Do you want to do it at Night of Champions, apparently, in June? Evolution in July, or SummerSlam? Remember, like, SummerSlam has 2 nights, so if you defend it, you can do it on night 1. And then, or night 2. I don't care. Whichever the one you want to do. Someone said, I can't wait for Joe Hendry to come to WWE to face heel John Cena. I would like to see John Cena go to TNA. God damn!
Cute. I'll defend anytime, Alyx.
JB snacking with a $100 donation. Jesus Christ, that puts him at 182 to 182 to Drew Usher's 102. I guess he just decided, screw all this. I'm over it. Give me that belt. Give me that belt. Jesus Christ. 3 Diglets. Look what you done started, my friend. 3 Diglets. This is the Shark Tank we talked about. You brought the competition. This is what I love to see. Holy crap. JB snacking. Hey, Ronwell. This is where you do commentary, my dude. Where's the commentary at? I need the commentary. Ooh, SD Kai said, you got 500? There's the commentary.
As a former champ, I'm watching Drew versus JB. Evil smiley face.
I love it. I love it. By the way, JB snacking, you got the rub. You got the rub from 3 Diglets. The world champ acknowledges you.
Cena odd R-Truth at the press conference tonight.
Yeah, we saw that. We talked about it too earlier. And that's probably going to lead to a match at Saturday Night's main event. So, by the way, the score is 182, JB snacking, to 102, Drew Usher. I love it. I love it. And when you got the Super Chat champ, 3 Diglets going, when he's doing that, that means you've earned his respect. And JB Snacking says, I'll defend it anytime, anywhere. All right, tell you what. In that case, JB Snacking, I would love to see you defend it at Saturday Night's main event in 2 weeks. Uh-oh. Wait a minute. Drew Usher just conceded. Oh my goodness. We have a winner. Drew Usher is bowing out. He is once again taking a step back. I think he thought this was going to be a walk in the park. He's now seeing that JB Snacking is someone that does not play. Thank you all so much. Thank you all so much for your donations. We have an official winner for the first time in his career, I guess. JB Snacking is coming out a champion on the actual channel. That's awesome. And JB Snacking's been a member. He's been a supporter of mine for what feels like years, man. It's gotta be at least a good decade. I remember you being in this live chat when I first started doing it in the 2010s. So this is actually really cool. It's good to see him coming up in the world.
Say less. See you at SNME. Nice try, Drew.
There it is. Saturday Night's main event in 2 weeks, ladies and gentlemen. The title will once again be on the line. And JB Snacking, the champ, will happily defend it. So if you want the belt, come for him. But best not miss. Because I feel like this would be a... I'm not going to say he's as dangerous as 3 Diglets, but he's not going to let you have it. I'll tell you that. What a fight. Hey, guys, for real. Give it up. Give it up to Drew Usher. Give it up to JB Snack. And that was a hell of a battle. Both championships, they coming. WWE Saturday night's main event. In May. I don't even know like what the actual title is, but yeah, Saturday night's main event. I'll just do that. There it is. Alright, ladies and gentlemen. I think we're about ready to see the actual cover. Thank y'all. Thank you all so much for your donations.
When something's interesting, I'll commentate.
Absolutely. Unless, of course, you're competing for a title. Because we know what's going on. We know what's going on, my friend. We'll have to see how things work out for him. All right, so that's going to do it. Now saving it. Ronwell is like world title contender / commentator. There it is. JB snacking. Give it up. Give it up. That's the champ for you. I might have to come up with some kind of a intro for him to acknowledge him. Oh, come on. Come on, A&B. Come on, A&B.
Don't forget to hit that like button, thumbs up.
Hey, you heard him. A&B Combo said to hit the like button. Don't make me get B on y'all. Don't make me get B on y'all. She'll come up here and make y'all hit the like button. Alright. Thank y'all so much. No, for real. Like, I know we do this for fun and everything. But these donations are very crucial for the channel. They're very crucial for me. And everything you donate is funneled right back in to the channel. And so you just never know, ladies and gentlemen, what could happen when you continue to watch me. And I'm blessed. I'm blessed to have a group of people that support me, that are here for me. And this is a family. This is a family at the end of the day. We're here to not judge each other, but just have a good time talking about wrestling. And I'm glad that I can do that with y'all. And so as I end this, I want to say once again, thank you for making me a part of your day. Do all the YouTube things, like the video, subscribe, and click that bell to catch all my content when it comes out. Follow me on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and donate using PayPal, Patreon, Cash App, and Venmo. Shout out to the new International Super Chat Champion, JB Snackin'. Shout out to the World Champion, 3 Diglets. Shout out to everybody who made this stream awesome. Give me your thoughts down below. And I guess I'll see you guys next time, right here in Alyx's world. A place that is, was, and forever will be a safe space for wrestling fans like you. Love you all. A&B Combos. I'll see you this Monday for your live stream. Monday Night Raw. I'm always there. And yeah, we'll just play it by ear. And JB Snackin' will have the final word. JB Snackin' says, doing it for the love of the channel. Alyx is the best wrestling commentator on YouTube. Much respect. All you guys are awesome. 3 Diglett says, congratulations. I share that love with you all too. See you guys next time. This is Alyx. Just Alyx signing out. Peace.
When you're when you're